Page 28, the spider dance. Also known as a Tarantella or Tarantella, however you want to say it. You can read about the tarantula and all that. To me, it's simply a lively dance in 6/8 time. At the top of this, it has that little box with vivace means, and then you go look up what vivace means. Vivace means really fast. This is faster than allegro. Still not as fast as you can go, but it's faster than allegro. These things move. They generally move. You have your speed limit on how fast you can go, and you can't go beyond that. You have to control every note. It's got to be smooth, even, no wrong notes, no nothing. So that's your speed, whatever that is. So let's take a look at this in the right hand first. 6/8 time, hopefully it's not causing a problem. Of course, here you have eighth notes and eighth rests. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm hoping that's not a problem. Now, it means that the dotted quarter notes, the last note in the first line there on page 28, that gets 3 counts. The dotted half notes, all that stuff in the left hand, that gets 6 counts for the whole measure. And that's pretty much it. Now, you have some accidentals in here in the right hand, so watch out at the last line on page 28. The first 2 measures are fine, but that third measure, you have a D sharp, C sharp, and all we're doing fingering-wise is we're using the same fingers we would use for the white notes, because if they didn't have the sharps and they were naturals, those are the fingers we would use, because we're in this position. So we just use the same fingers. Doesn't always work out that way, but in many cases it does, and if it does, do it. On page 29, third line down, things get tricky. It changes. You see there in the second measure where the right hand plays that they've introduced a bass clef there. So you're down here. The F sharp, G sharp. And then in the last measure of that line, it's a treble clef, so now you're up here. Same notes, it's just no. Then in the last line, second measure, you're up here. Again, same notes, it's just an octave higher, with a staccato on the end. And that is the right hand. The left hand, for the most part, just has the primary chords. Now this is in the key of A minor. A minor has no sharps or flats. It's like C major. It's relative to C major. So do my scale video on A minor, at least the beginner part of it. These are the primary chords in A minor. You've got the 1 chord. Second measure there on 28 is the 4 chord. And you're going back and forth. Then you get down to the third line. You see these? Well, that together, that's the 5/7 chord. Those are the chords. And you're okay until you get to page 29, third line down, and everything changing, because now the left hand is playing notes right along with the right hand. I mean, that's all melody here. So you're down here. I hope you know what these notes are. Then third measure over, this is the third line. You go up an octave. Last line, first measure, go up another octave, because there's a treble clef there now. Third measure, and then the last measure back to bass clef. They say third finger. Use whatever. The finger you use, in my opinion, is not important. So what do you think? I tend to, when I'm up here and I go down here, I tend to use little finger because that's the closest one to me, but whichever finger you want to use. Now, in the dynamics, go ahead and do the dynamics. There's not too much difference in them until you get over to page 29 and the third line down, because it starts really, really, really soft, and it goes all the way up to a fortissimo, 2 Fs in the last line. So you have to plan it out, because that hairpin or that sideways arrow, that goes in both lines. It extends from the third line to the fourth line. So you have to figure out how loud are you? Well, in the third line, you're very soft. And I would make the second measure the same. It's very soft. And then in the third measure, bring it up to maybe a soft. And in the last measure, the same. Then in the last line, I could bring it up maybe to a medium loud. And in the next measure, a loud. And then finally, the fortissimo. So I'm saving most of the crescendo for the end. So it's just real soft. Then a little louder. And the last note is fortissimo also. Maybe the little finger isn't the right finger to use if it's going to be a fortissimo. You could use third finger. As you play that last note, make sure your wrist collapses a little. Don't get a stiff wrist and come down, because that produces a harsh sound. We just want a loud sound. So let the wrist give a little bit. The hands can get in each other's way. You have to practice this. Take a look on page 29, third line down, going from the second measure to the third measure. Your right hand is here in the second measure, but then in the third measure, the left hand needs the A right here. And they get in each other, because that's a black note. You got So what you can do in this case, because the right hand is on a black note, you can come under it rather than over it to continue, because it's easier on the black note to lift up, and come under it to get there than to come over it and get that. So I recommend you come under there, and going from the last measure of the third line to the first measure of the fourth line, again, go under. So let's try this out very, 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 very slowly. It's a lot of varies, but that's what I mean. I have the metronome set at 80, but it is beating eighth notes. So it's like that. I'll give us 6 counts. Let's try this out. Go ahead and start in A position. Remember the melody? Bring out the melody. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. Rest, rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Rest, rest. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 6. 5, 6. 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Four, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Off.